Everybody knows about scalping. Let's be completely honest here. Everybody knows. There are rarely any card games not affected by scalpers, yet alone other hobbies like Lego and all that stuff, right? It's a literal plague. It spreads and goes, mostly because of Patient Zero, Logan Paul, as he plots his next targets, right? He attacks one, and then he attacks another, and then he attacks another. Of course, a lot of the scalping plague, I think, is purely due to the fact that fans are desperate enough to pay these prices. I know I'm going to go a little bit off topic here, but let's be honest here. The kids can't get any cards defense is getting weak now, because when I go and try to buy cards, you want to know who's buying cards? Grown men with neckbeards. Or 20-year-olds like me. Not a single kid. I rarely ever see kids going and get Pokemon cards, because you want to know what? Even without scalping, they're expensive. And people know that. So I think the defense is weak. All right? I see the defense is weak. I think the people who say, oh, the kids can't get any cards, these scalpers, it's adults buying the cards. It's always been adults buying the cards since they did the whole 151 thing. Moving back on the topic, scalpers are bad. Right? They ruin the fun of collecting and everybody hates them, and they're ruining hobbies, right? This is why Japan is discussing possibly creating an anti-scalping task force, right? This task force is aimed to take down all the scalpers and reduce the numbers of fake cards in the ecosystem at the same time. This is coming after the ever-growing popularity of card games. It turns out trading card games like Pokemon have made Japan over $2.3 billion US, which is a lot of money. That's huge for Japan, right? According to the Dexerto article on this, sorry about my stutter, the lawmakers of Japan are discussing possible rules to make trading card transactions safer and more transparent. The group will also look at bulk buying, resale practices, and a possible use of expensive cards for money laundering. I think there's other ways to prevent scalping, but whenever these ways are discussed, it's the community that turns them down. We could go the Konami greed route and just reprint every card known to man, right? That would reduce scalping crazily because the market would collapse, right? If there's no rarity for all these new cards, if new cards are coming out and then they're being reprinted later down the line, they're going to lose value, and then nobody's going to want to scalp because there's no value in these packs anymore, right? Or we could just mass print. That's another thing. We could just mass print, but I think these companies do want to create a false scarcity so that they can sell out faster, right? These fans, they want cheaper cards, right? Mass print or reprint. But no. You can't do that. You can't do that. Because you want to know what? It's the fans also. A lot of people aren't ripping Pokemon packs in hopes of getting cards to play the game. They're ripping Pokemon packs to try to get a $500 card that they can put in their binder, right? And it's like, if every card's max worth is like $10, nobody would rip Pokemon, right? It would die out. And Pokemon has had those spikes where it's super popular and cards aren't worth anything. Unpopular. Super popular, cards aren't worth anything. Unpopular. Let's be honest here. Fans, true fans, would be fine with reprinting and mass printing Pokemon cards because they care about collecting, right? And that's what I think it should be. Anyways, moving on. I think that the fans are also a problem as much as the scalpers are. I think that's a fair thing to say. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today, and I gotta go back to scalping Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's a good investment, and I think all the other scalpers should also go scalp Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we're definitely gonna make our money on it. Logan Paul did it. Logan Paul's scalping Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, so we gotta all go scalp Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we're definitely gonna get our money back. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Bye-bye!